I was once climbing a 4 or 5 mid-constructed story building at my university with a friend, just for the lols. We reach the top floor, and see no way to the roof except for climbing up a vertical beam, and then walking along another horizontal beam which connected to that one. So I do so, only to realize halfway across that the beam is not connected at the other end. As soon as I realize this, the wind starts blowing at speed, and so I find myself standing 5 stories up on a wobbly piece of steel, with no support. I manage to jump to the roof, and safety, until I realize that I have no way of getting down. As I scout for a way down, I see a half-extended platform that I can lower myself onto by hanging off the roof and dropping a meter or 2 down. So I lower myself off the roof until I'm hanging by my hands, legs dangling, only to realize that I have misjudged the position of the platform and it isn't exactly underneath me. There's a 5 meters drop, or worse yet, I risk my legs getting caught on the platform as I fall. It's in a position just so that I would clip it if I dropped, which would either result in me breaking my back or flipping and hitting my head 5 meters down. Oh, and I can't pull myself up because there's something, a railing or lump of concrete, I can't remember, in the way of my hands getting a firm grip. And I'm losing strength. I flail my legs around desperately trying to find leverage or something to grip, and manage to wrap my legs around a supporting beam coming down from under the roof. I manage to perform a minor Prince of Persia-esque grab and swing thing and land on the platform. A repost from an older thread, but I'll share again. When I was a kid, my older sister's house at the time had some weird shit happening that no one could quite figure out. We think for a time at least her house appeared to haunted, for want of a better term. One night I was visiting, we were sitting around watching TV. It was a hot summer evening and she had left the bathroom door and window open to let some air into the house. The house was pretty new, but the tiles in the bathroom had a raised area, shoddy modern quick building, where it was simply not possible to close the door without physically lifting it. It required some effort. If you pushed the door, it would wedge against the tiles. I had walked past the bathroom 10 minutes prior and the door was open. As said, we were all sitting watching TV, no one went to the bathroom. I went to go, and the door was now closed. There was no bang from the wind, and even with the strongest of gales it would not budge over this bump in the tiles. We have no idea how the door closed. Later that same evening, there was an incredibly loud bang 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 at the back door of her house that scared the shit out of everyone inside. When we went to the door, there was, of course, nothing and nobody there. She later moved house and weird shit seemed to follow. She often heard footsteps on the floor while she was in bed. At first she thought she was imagining it, but one evening her husband and her both woke at the same time, and they both asked, "Was that you?" They both heard the footsteps at the same time, but neither of them were out of bed. They were the only ones living in the house. Also in this same house, one time I was visiting. I had finished watching TV for the night, I just turned it off and was about to go to bed. Before I got up from the sofa, I heard the very characteristic sound of heavy ceramic object being dragged across wood. Looked up, and this dolphin statue on top of her TV cabinet, I kid you not, was moving of its own accord, slowly, dragging across the wood. The next day, you could see scratch marks on the wood where it had moved. I have no relational explanation for any of it.